What's up, gamers? This is Henrique for Esports with a patch breakdown for League of Legends' upcoming patch 11.14. Item changes have shifted the meta recently, so now it's time to focus more on champions. Akali is getting nerfed thanks to pro players, those long-awaited Irelia changes are finally here, Dr. Mundo's getting some love, and players are getting a whole new game mode. This one's going to be good, so let's jump right into it. Here's everything you need to know about the upcoming changes in our 11.14 patch breakdown. Let's start with Irelia. This is definitely one that you should read for yourself because the changes won't all fit into a video like this, but here's the quick and dirty version. Her base health and magic resist are getting nerfed pretty significantly, and her passive, IONIAN FERVOR, now only has 4 stacks instead of 5, with more emphasis in her ratios on bonus AD and late game bonus attack speed. Her Q's dash speed is a little bit slower, her W's damage reduction now differs based on the type of damage it's reducing, and finally her E, Flawless Duet, can no longer be recast while Irelia is CC'd. I didn't even know this was a thing, but I'm sure this is making an Irelia main or two very angry, and we're sorry about that. According to Riot, these changes are to, quote, smooth out her power curve and give her enemies more opportunities for counterplay, among other goals for one of League's most historically tough-to-balance champions. Speaking of finicky champions, Akali is getting some nudges as well. Her Q can no longer be recast when dashing with her E, and her ult is getting its R1 and R2 base damage toned down by 15 and 45 damage respectively at all ranks. For the Kench, Riot is cautiously buffing him, and in general pushing him more into the support role. His Q now deals damage from his passive to enemy champions, his ABYSSAL dive, remember that's his W now, is getting a buff and a bug fix, and his ultimate, Devour, will now give a bigger shield early on and slow himself down a little bit less. Dr. Mundo's doing fine in the top lane, but his jungle self is getting a little bit of love. His base attack speed is up ever so slightly, and his passive's cooldown is getting reduced at early ranks. And his Q, Infected Bonesaw, will now heal for 100% of its health cost if it hits a monster, just like it would have if it had hit a champion. Additionally, Mundo's E's bonus damage to monsters, not minions, just monsters, is up to 200% from 140%. Darius and Garen are getting some help moving around in trades thanks to STRIDEBREAKER's nerf, we'll get to that, along with some other minor buffs. Also, Graves is getting a small 2 AD buff to his base value, and Alawi is getting her base movement speed raised from 340 to 350. LILLIA is getting a slight buff that you can learn more about in our earlier patch preview video for 11.14. Ivern, Seraphine, Taric, and Rek'Sai are all getting some buffs, and Karma, Nocturne, Malzahar, and Shaco, yes, Shaco, are getting nerfed as well. Patch 11.14 is super light on item changes. Deadman's Plate is getting its armor raised from 40 to 45, and STRIDEBREAKER is getting 5 more AD as a bug fix while losing 100% health. Its active slow is getting nerfed, and this is the big one, from 90% with a decay to 40% over 3 seconds to just a 40% flat slow over those same 3 seconds. Ultimate Spellbook is the newest game mode coming to the Rift, and here's the gist. Instead of 1 ultimate and 2 summoner spells like normal, you get 1 summoner spell and 2 ultimates. So when you load into the game, you'll have 30 seconds to choose from one of 3 randomly chosen ults from a pre-selected pool of champions, including but not limited to Amumu, Bard, Sho'Gath, Mordekaiser, Tryndamere, Zoe, and many, many more. You can't pick your own ult, and once you pick an alternate, it's yours for the rest of the game. Let the montage plays flow like wine. With the Sentinels of Light event launching this week, Riot has blessed us with themed Sentinel skins for Vayne, Irelia, Diana, Riven, and Olaf, and a Ruined Pantheon base skin and Prestige Edition. Let us know what you think about these changes and if they ruined the Rift or not. And if you want to read up on the rest of the changes coming up in 11.14, hit up our website, our Twitter at .esports, or stay right here on our YouTube channel. But make sure to like and subscribe to stay as up to date as possible on all of your esports news throughout the year.